the moment came when I had to understand I was afraid of getting married because I didn't want to become my father. My father left us. See, I even said us instead of me. My father left us when I was about 7 years of age, just like so many fathers do.
You were living
Shamefully.
in
Israel.
Israel.
And I was the only child to my mother, and my mother did everything to the day she passed at 94. Never stopped looking at me, calling, flying, or just, beyond, the angel of all angels. And I thought, like, what's the difference between my father and myself? And I couldn't figure it out. So I wanted to make sure I would never hurt anybody else the way my father hurt my mother. I would see her in the middle of the night crying her heart out and, trying to blame herself. What did I do wrong? And so on. And I heard Shannon say the same things to me when I'd break her heart over and over again.
Life is just always going to include both being hurt by other people and hurting other people. I mean, it's like we're in one of those bumper car things in the, amusement park, and you're in a bumper car. You're going to get bumped by other bumper cars. And sometimes you bump them, and sometimes they bump you. But as long as you're going around the track.
It's not the same. Because
no, it's not the same. Of course, it's an analogy.
No, I don't mean that. I mean the amount of pain when your lady, when your girlfriend, your wife, and it gets hurt, it goes way deeper than it does to you. Because either we're designed or the DNA or whatever. And I've been hurt in the past, but I remember when I was about 7.5, my mother had to go work. She was working 6 days a week from 7 in the morning until late at night, 7, 8 o'clock. And in the middle of the night, I woke up and my mother still wasn't home, and I was scared. There was nobody around, and you hear dogs barking, scared to death, and went out on the balcony and started crying. Where's my mother? Where's my mother? And yeah, I've been a mama's boy all my life. And where's my mother? I remember this distinctly, and then finally being scared and starting to cry, hysterical. And I must have done it for at least an hour, maybe more, and then finally exhausted, falling asleep. And I remember up here in my mind, the next morning I woke up, my mother was there, and it was fine. And then I didn't verbalize it to myself, but I validated the idea that emotions didn't get you anywhere. That this too will pass, and don't put all your eggs in the basket of emotion. So when I went to junior high school and everything, my nickname was Mr. Spock. It's like not making this up. Hey, Spock, come on over here, because I thought nothing got me angry, nothing got me. It was it was armor, because I didn't want to get hurt anymore.
The exact same thing happened with me. Really. I was dumped in high school, my first girlfriend. And it was like, to this day, the most devastating thing because you're just so unprepared for it.
Yep.
And something clicks in you and you go, the thing I can control for happiness is me, which means career. The thing I can't control with happiness is love, because even though it's fucking awesome, they can get hit by a bus, or they can dump you, or it can just grow old, or, things change. It's like two dragonflies. You see those dragonflies? They fly in these pairs. Like somehow they just never deviate from one from the other, even though they're darting around. People, we're not that good. We're not dragonflies.
I will always be Shannon's dragonfly. Wherever she goes,
right.
I'm
right. But you were a dragonfly who got a lot of pussy on the side.
I have.
Yeah, I know. You wrote, don't you have a book with like 5,000?
Shannon and I came clean before I married her. I said, no secrets, no nothing. I showed her all the photos and all that stuff, and we had a photo burning ceremony together.
Hey, thanks for watching the clip. Hit the subscribe button now so you never miss out on our Club Random content that's posted daily.